on his chest plate are four stripes that sort of look like blades of grass down his chest plate, and yeah, he's a robot. As he wheels into the room, well, Smiley Day there. Ashton, how you doing? How was your stasis? I've been sort of waiting here on standby, waiting for your designation. Are you almost?
Protein's ready. Protein's ready. I'll hand it over to you.
Sure. I mean, you had to be up for at least 11 hours. Like, is that all? You need more than that?
Put it on 14.
Some bolts already. I'm good to go. Thank you, though, Milo, and thank you for patching up my whole thing over here. Oh, I appreciate it.
As a person who dabbles in automation at the lower arcane level, it's not every day you get the option to work with something. That is, you might say.
Well, I'm very pleased that working on me gave you that.
Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my work. You gonna do today? You just lounging around a bit?
Thought I'd head up. Maybe show fresh cut grass around a little bit. See something unless you've got something that needs to be picked up and work. Certain things that if
I mean, really good perspective. I'm doing some minor repairs around the end of the wall for a bit.
okay, on board, so I'll do some stupid shit right now.
Honestly, we could use a little bit of time around here, so stupid shit away.
Some stupid shit.
Yeah, that's the best way to spend a day. Or what's left of it.
Feels like we've been doing a lot of stupid shit since we got here.
Hey, catching on. That's good. That's
All right.
good. You're sharp.
So I guess after you finish up breakfast and maybe tidy up yourself. Nope. All right. We'll just go then.
Let's go see what's happening upstairs. Ah,
So as you climb this multi-level truncated hovel that has odd stairs and ladders that lead you up to the area where it exits out of the side of the wall of the center of the hall. Then you pass by Amiata. You see the half elf, half orc, kind of young performer, kind of looks to be in her early 20s, kind of sitting down with this for as rough as her clothing is, this really nice look of a sitting there in the process, just quietly practicing and as you get glad you both finally decided to do something today.
fuck off.
You fuck off.
Please tell me you have something that needs lifting. Oh, please, you have a show you need something carried. I just want a little cash.
Nope, sorry. I'm practicing for an audition, as I want to actually get a spot in the Dreamscape Theater for Stuvan, and that would actually, I don't know, earn us a little money in this also.
The Dreamscape Theater?
Yeah, Stuvan's Dreamscape.
What's that? What's that? What's that?
It's a performance auditorium. It's where people of all sort of believe skill sets go and try and wow the crowd.
I mean, that sounds amazing. And you're hopeful to perform there?
It's amazing depending on what you consider art. So music, I think,
It's pretty iffy.
Maybe you can raise the bar.
all that stuff.
You actually have to perform for Stefan or no?
I actually don't have an audition yet, but I'm going to practice for it.
I would help you. Good.
Well, I guess just out there. Unless you need us to go find out when auditions are being held or anything.
They're very friendly. I don't know how to turn it off. It's not that hard. I hate it. I keep being told it's going to grow on me.
If you hear anything, just let me know. I'm just going to sit here and
Look forward to the new show regardless.
Putting myself together for some sort of performance soon.
I believe in you.
I believe in you as well.
There's joking.
I know what you meant, but I definitely believe you. Fuck off! Fuck off!
Is tuning and adjusting a bit. Setting out into the hollow, you immediately see this large cylindrical space that climbs up in a mostly vertical way and descends for another 100 or so feet. It looks extremely dangerous, if not for the hundreds of various cables and ropes that are carved from wall to wall and attached to joints and other kind of anchor points. Everyone can kind of pull their way up and climb these endless pieces of scaffold and ladders that just make their way all around this space. You can see entranceways and doors and tunnels to all little homes and cavern and nooks where people have essentially set up and squatted. There's a lot of oversight for Hollow necessarily, so it's great for those who want to be off the grid. Leading the way through.
Well, I figure we've seen a lot of the underground of the Core Spire. Why don't we take you upstairs and actually see some sky for a change?
That sounds lovely. We don't have a job yet, though.
I mean, yeah, no.
Alright.
I'm working on it. You can work on it too.
Sure. I'll ask around.
Actually, that might be better. I tend to already, I kind of figured out who I'm already working for in this town. I think getting new clients is not it's not my specialty.
Oh, well, don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you've got, you present yourself as sort of rough around the edges and, brusque a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a heart of gold down there. I just need to stick on my miner's cap and get a pickaxe and dig real deep,
It's been so fun having you around for the last few weeks. I've really enjoyed it.
I appreciate that, although it does kind of sound like there's a but or an end to that coming, but
Maybe there is. I'm not entirely sure anymore. Anyway, it's
outside we go.
yeah.
All right. Hunting up remembered stories is one of the various tunnels that exits the Hollow, which were the main streets of this region of the Fort Spire. You eventually emerge. This would be on the edge of the former prison point, which is one of the general wares and shops in this region. And at this point, it's mid-afternoon, a nice warm day with the sun coming through. It's a beautiful view as you step into the road. Hear the sounds of people taking care of their business throughout the surrounding bustling affair. Somebody dumps this bucket outside their door and just coax you. Door.
Oh, God! Sorry, I was in your way. I apologize.
Fucker!
Oh. It's really it's no skin off my teeth. I don't have skin or teeth, so it's really fine.
All right, let's take a little stroll, see a few sights. Am I taking you to Spire by Fire yet?
No, but it rhymes, so I'm in.
Let's have Spire by Fire. Let's see if we can rustle up a little work.
Okay.
I'll give you a tour.
It's, I'd say about a 20-25 minute journey from where you currently are to Spire by Fire. The city streets of each of the main spires is a gradual spiral that heads upward with various stairways that wind to shortcut between the different levels, as well as pulley evaders that are pulled up by chain cable, and if you have the money to spend, occasionally a few other more expensive means of jumping between, you can hire Simmergs to go ahead and ride on. And if you know where to go to one of those things, there's Simmergs, which are these like deep red, crimson-looking, massive hawk-type birds with heads of a wolf dog-like creature, native to the wilds here, and are considered dangerous. They've spooked out in the wild, but there are Simmerg riders here that are trained as part of the Wilders. Wilders, which is the colloquial name for the wardens, the guards of the city that work for the China Board. So you see them keeping an eye up above, and they're considered the law enforcement, to whatever your perception of that may be, and or the quorum itself. But occasionally there are some that are trained, and their trainers utilize them to ferry people from spire to spire and look at them. But on foot, eventually you make your way to the spire. What you see before you is a monstrous 6-story tower that looks like a labyrinth built into the edge of the rock of the spire itself. You can see it's coming up like a makeshift stronghold more than an inn, though there are a number of balconies that kind of emerge from it. And if it were freestanding on its own, it would look like a mess and probably crumble. But because it's built into the rock, it can be very creative in its layout. There are all manner of torches that burn throughout the day and night here, and kind of give it a warm, welcoming glow at all points of it. You can see there is a very unique mix of clientele here. There are people from all different walks of life and colorful, wealthy outfits with fine silks and accessories. There are some more ragtag, rough and tumble folks that come in here for the drinks. It is a mixing pot here in the center of the Core Spire within Drusar. And immediately it kind of just draws your intrigue as to what adventure might be found in this space.
You want me to do the talking, or you, Ashton?
Well, let's take a look around. Let's see what's here. I value your input. I'm going to see if I know anybody. I think between the two of us, we can write this.
Sounds good to me. All right, let's roll on in.
All right. Stepping inside, immediately to the right, you see there's a table where 3 figures are in the process of partaking. You can see looks to be an orc with very kind of intense, greasy hair that almost gives a frond-like look to it, with a nice pillowed sleeve piece of dress, like a nice shirt, who's holding a hand at their front. You see what looks to be a gnome, older, kind of wrapped in scarves and bundled up a bit, with their kind of an upturned nose that probably was adorable in their younger years, but they've been around for a bit, and now it's just adorable and different. And you see a massive Pakida who is at the table, big, long, draping ears that go past the tail, a trunk that is curled around and kind of up against the chest. With designs, and you can see them holding their cards in their tiny little hands, keeping watch as they kind of look deep down to get close to this little thing. You know this individual to be the towering Kalia, who is kind of loosely the bouncer of the establishment. And you walk in, and she goes, "Ashton,
Sheer here,
right over there, if you're looking." Points over to the front, and you can see, while not at the front at the moment, there are no patrons at the central barkeep table. Beyond the door, you can see there's a chair in the corner, and beyond that, you can see a male Qatari lying the center. Orange brown fur and dark black mane that is kind of braided tightly, goes past the back shoulders. More of a tank top. It's in the tunic shirt. Well built and seems to be eager to show it off. But is arranging and organizing things back there. Doesn't seem to notice your presence yet.
I'm gonna walk out, take out a couple silver, slide it down the bar, and I'm just gonna keep sliding it down the bar, making as much noise as I can.
As soon as the coin hits the wood and the texture begin to scrape a bit, you can see one of the ears turn off to the side and cheer. Hi! Sorry, I was running a business, but heard you were one of the table. What can I do?
Something for breakfast, whatever breakfast beer you have, great. And also, just put into your mind, imagine how much drunker I would be right now. You knew a way for me to earn some money.
Well, our breakfast here is your architecture, one of those guardians, or whatever they're called. Seen a couple of them. This one quite small. You might want to keep
They're complicated. This is fresh cut grass, please.
Smiley day to you. It's a lovely establishment you got here. Is this owner operated, or is this your place?
it. It is, yeah.
Be careful what you say. They're very vicious.
Fantastic. It's the ambiance is really nice. The clientele looks varied, and I'm impressed that you're so busy on midday like this.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I think so. No one seems to appreciate the hard work I put into this place for the past 10 years, and it's nice to get a little acknowledgement from a stranger.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. Would you like a breakfast beer as well?
I would not. I can't drink it.
Oh, right. Should have was. I'll say a hard more brisket beer. Good for you. Only one for myself as well.
But that's a good idea. Builds up two and two.
Yeah.
So what's your deal? What's your deal? This is fascinating. For range of the kind of sharpened teeth, the heavy canines appearing into a bright smile, but you can definitely see their
My deal? I'm here to assist and be helpful to Ashton and all of their journeys and travels at the moment.
All right. Well, good at lifting, arranging.
Lifting? I mean, I can lift something, yeah.
Are we less of a lifter and more of a thinker? And a bit of a doer. And honestly, just lights the place up. So,
Ledger work.
Ledger work?
How fast can you do that?
I've not done taxes yet. I do more things like when people are injured, I make them less injured, that sort of thing.
Oh, well, stick around till sunset tonight. There's plenty of interest people probably.
Oh, yeah? I'm also keen to meet people who have a lack in their life and try to figure out what it is and see if I can help them fill it.
Okay, now.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
I just feel like there's a lot of broken people out there, and I can do a lot to help. That's all.
you're gonna be real busy, friend. Let me just tell you.
Can't wait.
Right. Sure you want a beer?
No, definitely don't.
you have some scrap on chunks of metal back there, though. Is there anything particular you'd be looking for?
Any alloy? Any
No one.
So then it takes the silver and changes it out to copper pieces, slides over.
copper pieces? This is a conundrum. I want to eat those. Ashton really likes money. So,
Copper's not really.
really?
Copper is more of an insult. You can totally do that.
Alright. Sure, I feel weird about this.
No, do it.
You want to turn away?
No, I'm good.
You're real weird around money. You love it so much.
I also really love watching the meat fight, you know.
I'll put the broken coins in my mouth and just.
Okay, your limit does for a little use.
That's amazing.
Yep, never gets old.
I can't taste.
Anyway, you want to come by about once a week, twice a week or so for the nights. If you want to do that for money, you understand the different patrons around here. You make a little cash.
Nothing to me, but sure. If Ashton wants some cash, sure.
But also, it'll keep you put together. I know, I have a funny feeling we're going to need to patch you up every now and then.
Am I going to be a regular at a tavern? Will they do that thing when I roll in and where they all go, fresh cut grass, and everyone's just happy to see me?
Keep this up, most likely.
Oh,
Quite possible. We might even get into a bar fight.
it's actually amazing.
It's
Work for you. Your skill set, not. But, well, in the meantime, finish your dinner.
Are you sure you don't have anything for Ashton? They would really appreciate it.
Honestly, between mirrors the alley, and we kind of got all the physical stuff taken care of for the moment. We've had that.
If you hear anybody needs anything around, you know how it is. Not feeling very particular.
No, open up.
Very open.
We've got a couple hours before the minions start coming through here, so either stick around and be ready, or be scarce to leave open tables for paying customers.
There's a few people who probably would better than happy to see them anyway, so.
Well, safe pleasure. And pleasure to meet you, fresh cut grass.
Fresh cut grass.
Bring it around.
Yeah. They're sticking
Let's see what the head represents.
definitely a little rude, but I'm okay.
If I could please have Liam, Ashley, and Robbie come to the table.
Travis changed his name to Robbie. Oh,
Who is this now?
Man, why? This isn't your basement?
Basement, and I'll work out. Now, the three of you have been set on a track, specifically tied to the marriage. When a call was made to you, I've been returning to my road and the rest of you are friends. You were given a task, telling the woods of the tempest. And as part of this journey, we are told to bring two friends over. These two people. Both of them stay behind. Still figuring out kind of where she stood both with her sister and the become vestige of behind on her head and Dariax. In order to keep an eye and be there to support and help her figure out what the next step was to be while the two of you were asked to tend toward the side. With that, so transitioned you via tree to Amon to bypass the challenging mess you had left behind in Swifters. And enough money to avoid yourself across the audience.
Like that they own or rented?
No, a one-way passage of escutcheon.
it's mine.
Now, as you come towards the end of this multi-day journey, the three of you glance past the edge of the sky ship, holding on to the far beyond clouds of mist beginning to dissipate beyond the front of the ship. As you look past the bow, you see continue to emerge from the clouds of mist below the 5 different heights of the rocky spires that land.
They're so pointy. They're pointy.
One of them is.
One of them is so pointy.
Now, for those who definitely maybe in a minute, Ashley, would you mind describing?
Yes. Fern is about 6 foot tall fawn. Very, very long seafoam green hair. And it's just covered in little bits and baubles and lots of flowers and toadstools and moss on her hooves. She has a little friend, Mister, and he's a little monkey. That's all.
Where's this?
Always.
Okay.
Dancing over the side, and that's when your excitement comes to form. If you have learned to describe it yourself.
Yeah.
is Howland. He's 3 foot and change. Shotgun, short brown hair. And his a little bit of brown on mostly a breastplate.
Hey.
Okay,
out.
Round green stone rings that are laced into the shin guard of each one. He has short sword sheathed on his back, an ivy adorned shield on one hand, and the armor and the very well worn sashes that are tied around his waist and hanging down have woven patterns of ivy and flower. And they're beautiful, but they're not fancy. They're just well made and well. And he has a full sleeve tattoo going up his arm that is all clouds from the wrist all the way up onto his shoulder and then disappearing under his armor, into his chest. And the 2 knees of Xanavir are right here. Katha is a white crescent, and Ruidus is a smaller full moon cradled within. And he is very fine features. He's really ropey muscles and slender, like a dancer.
Glancing past the edge of this wonderful vista before you as the city grows closer, this is the first journey any of you have taken this night ship. It's certainly not the first time that you've been here, Dorian. This is an odd, if conflicted, return to a continent where you began your journey a long time ago. If you would mind describing it.
Sure. Dorian is, for all intents and purposes, on the bar. He's just in traveler's clothes. But if you would first glance at him, what you would notice is how uncharacteristically clean he is. No mud on his boots. He has a large winged sort of armor plate that you can't really tell if it's ornamental or functional, and there's not a fingerprint on it. It's perfectly shiny. And he's wearing a long cape that has sort of a sunburst ombre that goes down the back. He's an air genasi, so he sort of moves with a lightness, and you might first mistake it for confidence, but it just seems like it's part of who he is and not so much what he wants to project. And he has long black hair that goes down into a white ombre, and he's got sort of a top-knot man bun here, also very pristine. Yeah, as he sort of looks out over things, he feels comfortable in the sky, but this is a wild experience, and he's enjoying it. Oh,
Slowly the sky ship begins to get closer and closer to dock, between the 5 spires of Bursara, heading towards the airy sky, whereupon you can see from this distance these massive structures, these clusters of towers that draw high and thin. You can see massive halls of marble with open windows, crystalline art pieces that are almost like these murals that the sunlight catches and creates a prismatic refraction across the concrete ground on the exterior. What you do also see are the 2 other skyships that are docked on one large protruding platform. You see they have different designs than the one you're on based on where they were built, whatever union or guild or individual had conscripted or ordered their construction. While they're all a similar layout for the most part, each seems to have a little bit of flair from wherever its home may be. And you watch as one initiates its takeoff, and one which is currently locked in the dock as you get closer and closer and closer. Some of the other people who were staying on this trip mostly kept to themselves. You can see gathering their belongings and preparing to disembark upon arrival. You have about a minute before you touch down at the skyport.
This is easily one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen.
I agree. How do you suppose it stops?
Like, I think I've understood how we've been going, but how does it stop? It looks like we're going too fast. Does it feel too fast?
I think we crash.
Be sure they got to work that.
Beautiful, beautiful, very beautiful.
Look at that city. It's huge.
Watch as the two prominent blue rounded stones, about 10 to 12 feet in diameter, that are affixed to the front of the ship, referred to as Broomstone, which has a natural arcane ability to remain aloft in spite of gravity, and that maintains some skyships movement begin to glow bright, and as they do, the ship begins to come to a slower speed, until eventually it descends rather suddenly, and everyone kind of gets that sudden drop in their stomach as the butterflies creep in, until you feel it impacts on some sort of rock, converting your change. You pull down from below, a few shouts, people shouting in Marquisian phrases, "Over here, quick! Why are we gonna walk down?" You guys, not speak Marquisian, just hear shouting.
I do give Dorian just a little soft, like, this on the head. See? Fine. Everything's fine.
I think I'd be better at this, wouldn't you?
Two other people kind of watching, laugh, not wanting to feel left out. They gather their belongings. You can see there's an iron gate at the edge of the skyship edge, and now as it begins to open up, you can see people walking towards it. And there is a staircase that has been affixed to it that leads them down and down as you gather your things and exit the skyship.
Well, shall we?
Let's get a feel for this place. Russian.
Thank you all for traveling. Welcome to Rusan. I am the port captain Tang. Thank you for flying. And you look over. You glance over, and off the side there is a heavy station in the center of the skyport, which has multiple outcroppings. It looks like it can hold at any given point in time simultaneously up to 8 different skyships comfortably. In the center of it, there's kind of a small tower, and you see there with what looks like some sort of a vocal extension horn, kind of like a cone, if you will, shouting out where what looks to be a humanoid bird. You know is referred to as an ice drift. And so you see this kind of beautiful kind of ivory feathers that can eventually transition into a dark brown at some points, and then over the shoulders it's like a heavy brown coloration, but is wearing a uniform and a hat, and seems to be very excited and proud of their position. With that, you exit, following the rest of the folks that are disembarking, and make your way down into a central street here with the very spire.
Just sort of dive into the green. See what you see. One by one.
Okay.
Just like last month.
Yeah, we're just one foot in front of the other and we move forward.
That's exactly how it
What's up?
Leaning on, you watch as part of the crowd splinter off and head towards some of those larger kind of tower-based structures that you saw. A small crew then begin to progress to what looks to be some sort of a two-story structure where a large, heavy tower that's a metal bar at the top, and it looks to be a cable that descends out of you. You know this to be one of the various wire gondolas that owns the city. There's folks welcome to pay the individual that lets them onto one of these gondolas that is ready to make its way downward. Kind of looks over you all expectantly with his hand out.
It's like,
Thank you. Are you taking passage?
oh, are we taking passage on this thing?
Yes, we are. How much? I start pulling out the change
One
first.
silver pearl.
I got it.
Are you sure?
Sure. This is on top of the red 5 she gave me.
Thank you. Goes ahead and opens the door, lets you in, and it's now the three of you and what looks to be one other large Havidan, almost like a priest figure. Looks younger, master elf, who is wearing this roomy, almost cream-colored robes and sleeves that drag past the arms. Looks like they have a long kind of earring chain that dangles down to the chest. And you can see them kind of clutching it with one of their hands and the other almost like it has some sort of personal meaning. And this individual you saw briefly get onto the skyship as you originally took off and then was unseen until you fiddle nervously as the doors close and it jerks for a second. You feel the gondola descending. And while the interior is largely closed off, there are a few windows, and there is an element that you can't help yourself but peek through, where you are looking down hundreds and hundreds of feet to just the faintest texture of a mist-covered jungle below.
And for some reason, this doesn't bother me like it should.
Really?
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah, I think it's the wires that we're connected. We're safe.
Yeah, we're real safe. Just on a string. It's much more safe.
The ship didn't have that sort of sway to it.
Oh, it made me such a sleepy. It was very relaxing, just being on the ship, just letting it sway. You know?
Suddenly it lurches midway down the cable and comes to a stop. And it sways.
What's the weight limit on this thing? And I nudge the guy next to us.
Alright. Sorry, excuse me.
Just joke. How are your travels?
Nervous. We continues again. And you see the fighter like,
Sweet tummy flutters.
every another people's feet. You're like going back out this window. Now you can see you're heading now towards the central of these five that are there. The middle one is not the tallest, but it is definitely the largest. Along the side of the car, smattering of neighborhoods, like this massive dream-like quilt of colors and structures. You can see one region looks like a neighborhood that is just encompassing and swallowing almost like an entire fifth of the side of this spire. And it looks like all these almost vertical buildings that are just locked onto each other and are connected by these little ladders and pathways and walkways. And it's incredible. Beyond that, you see a smaller spire kind of to the northwestern side of it that is smaller than the others, though almost as tall as the core spire, where there are it's almost like factories, more industrial landscape there, and about a half dozen or more plumes of smoke that rise from the deep rock points or holes in the rock itself. It kind of changes the color of the mist that gather around.
Sort of squeeze in between Fern and Bourne and look out. Boy, a city this big. All I gotta do is find one man. Easy.
Yeah, that sounds very simple.
Not big.
You should take one night to sort of get rid of the jet lag, right?
Don't walk in trouble.
Hold on to your purse. Spend the night here, just one. Stay at a hostel and hold up in microstrings of cards. So, be on your guard.
I'm gonna step over to one of the areas.
Back it up? Yeah, he's like edging his way towards the door that'll open and exit as it's just come to rest at the bottom of the core spire exit. Very much.
I reach out and just touch it.
There's like a flinch, but he allows it. Symbol of law. The symbol of law.
The all hammer.
Great. Skill, crafting.
How interesting.
The brief glimpse of a smile that curls to his lips begins to fade, and kind of starts fiddling with it again and turns back to the door that opens, and it just steps out and he just kind of
As he starts to step out, I'm gonna try to swipe it. I'm gonna try to take it off his ear, grab it. 'Cause I like it a lot.
Make face that attention. Get your 5 minutes.
She's the one we're supposed to be looking at.
Hold on, let me move my spreadsheet and my dice trays. Okay, that's a natural 19. Plus 2. So,
exits briskly, making a for such a large, beastly looking entity. The steps are quite gentle. Exits. A moment later, you see Fern in her hand clutching this gathered chain of gold and silver with a particular symbol on it that looks almost like a metallic hammer with faces lightly carved on the edges.
Talk about this.
what?
I know that it works most of the time. That is going on to get us correctly.
I told you a story about someone picking my pocket 30 seconds ago, and then you picked someone's pocket?
That was
Listen,
just
don't get on my ass about it. All I know is that it's pretty easy to do here. That's all I took from what you said.
Oh my god.
It's beautiful. And it's for the god of arts and crafts. I think that's what he said.
Just
Skills.
put it away, Casey. Please.
Hey, take it easy.
As a note, this is about 2.5 feet long. Onto the ear of its previous carrier. On you, it drags your ear a bit, but it looks cool.
I pulled Dorian over a few feet away. Listen, I don't think she's going to stop that. I think the only way that it is going to stop us if she steps on a brake. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, but she's not going to step on it. She's going to step on our brakes, and those brakes are
We're like right in the same
our
boat
brakes.
together.
Just a second. How's that going the last couple of months?
Horribly. All right, just stay on the left, you stay on the right. The sandwich will just be warmer.
Usual.
She took it so fast.
Yeah, and eventually it's going to, bite her against. Great. All right, we're done talking in front of you. Let's go.
I'll be more careful, I promise. It was just.
Yes.
I don't do that to everybody. I don't.
Let's keep going.
Guys, it's not bad.
Very well.
Well, unless you guys have any other ideas, I think
Hi,
just
cutie
find a place
pie.
to kind of stay for the night. And I don't think we should rush into this. I mean, you would know. I know that you've been here much of, but you know better than us. Or
Make a history check.
history.
Huge flip.
Natural 20.
Yes.
And the show right.
Thank you for joining for Camping Dreams.
Yeah. That's it. Well,
You stayed here last time. That's how it's a natural 20. You know it so well because you've been there. In the Core Spire, one of the affordable, interesting, filled with colorful characters, and not too far from what you probably already know. I mean, Spire.
We've got a little spending cash, right? Slush fund. We've got a lot to do. That's our first night. I think we should be frugal. There's some places around here. I didn't stay here, but Spire by Fire? It's got a nice name catchy. Yeah. So, go there, check it out. Lay the plans, and find a bed, 2, 3.
We can all sleep in the same bed.
Sure.
Save money if we're trying to be frugal. You're really small.
We'll figure it out.
Hello. This way.
Okay.
Alright, so taking the lead, you continue to guide your other compatriots towards your destination. As the sun in the sky begins to slowly make its way towards the horizon, the sunset imminent, the oranges and the purples beginning to take the blues that have been familiar up until now. Ladna, Imogen,
Yes.
you've been going about the market, gathering things and eggs, you said.
Eggs.
Rubios, you're not gonna know, gray,
That's great.
a bit of chai.
Which with some like leeks or like I don't know, onions to go with it. She said she wanted for breakfast or something.
Alright.
Veggies.
Sure.
We had a basket full of fucking food.
I love the teas.
Alright. Feeling confident in what you've sought to acquire, you begin to make your way back towards the Dune de Bar, the window wall, where you are currently holed up with the elderly compatriot who is granting you space in the room where her husband was living.
Shadona.
Well, you haven't arrived there yet.
There
There you go.
That's good.
Oh, she's not gonna be scared of you soon. I know it.
But in heading back and walking through the street and making your way towards that destination, the streets are busy as the individuals who are finishing up their work for the day with their various errands for the afternoon are heading back to their boats, whereas the night crew, as we refer to it, those who either work during the night or definitely play during the night, are beginning to make their way out into the evening air. You hear this strange, you specifically, Richard, feel it. This odd, low, bassy rumble. And right as you hear it, you see it. This dull blue flash that emerges kind of about 30, 40 feet ahead of you off the side of the street. And you kind of glance over in that space, and you can immediately see what looks to be a cart being pulled by two of these silhouettes behind it. As it seems to be this small kind of arcane sphere kind of emerges from it, flashes for a second, both of the goats rear up and rush into a charge forward. As they do, the cart seems to dislodge and splat onto its side, crashing into the street, boxes scattering across the center of the road. People around, oh God, looking at each other and checking to make sure it's okay. The boxes hit and break open. As they do, looks like utensils and furniture and bits of decoration scatter onto the ground. What looks to be a small kitchen begins to go up into the air. A table can turn inside, the legs bend, and the table seems moving of its own accord.
Interesting.
A bird suddenly begins to whip up into the air. A sword scattered to the side begins to drift up with no wielder. And looks to be a rolled up rug that it's still open begins to ring and pulse.
Oh my gosh.
You hear this commotion outside, both of you.
What's that? Is that a party?
Let's find out.
All right.
I'm not even putting my drink down. I'm going straight out.
Okay, you two rush. The three of you had just begun to make your way the outside of the Inspired by Fire before you watch this sudden minor cataclysm to this cart occur, and these objects beginning to move under their own power in the center of the street.
Do we see any people nearby?
There are many people nearby, and some of them are curious, some of them are like frozen in place, a bit spooked, and some are running. I'd like you all to know.
What is happening? What is happening? How do you do this? Something else. Wow, right. So awesome.
So here, sorry, put the mic there. This is the sword that's gripping. This is the knife. This is the rug. This is the table. And this is the broom.
Oh my god.
Those are our enemies?
There's something. Now, if I could have Imogen, Lana, whereabouts would you be standing?
Which
You guys would be walking this direction, so you would likely be kind of over in this.
okay, back I would say towards the side of the street. I want to stay away from people if I can, for the most part. Whichever area. Sure.
Keep me by.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Alrighty. If I could go ahead and get Ashton and Fresh Cut Grass, you guys are stepping outside of the front. There, the cart is right there.
Never ever smiling. I haven't yet.
Minis.
Oh my gosh, look at you
You're gonna
guys.
step out in front there.
You're so wee.
Right. Now, the rest of you who are
It's a big rug.
just arriving as well, but you're stepping across the side of the road to approach the front. So that is where you are currently placed. So, initiative sheets out here, 20 to 15.
18.
19.
17.
22.
22.
Oh, right. Terrible. All right, so Dorian up front.
Oh, no.
Nah.
And then following that, we have Vern, and then Orem. I say Orem like the first piece of
Dex.
Dex, right? All right.
Dex.
And then who had the
What, 19?
19?
19 here.
Fresh cut grass. 18 was.
That'd be.
Wow, you guys were really, really good. And then 17 was. What's your dexterity?
Mine? Oh, it's plus 2, 14. It's alright.
All right. You were the only one left. What'd you get?
13.
13. Okay.
Not terrible in the normal world. That would have been not terrible, but these people, for some strange reason, don't know.
Okay. And then. Right, cool. So, top of the round, Dorian, as you're stepping in, you see these crates open and these objects beginning to just shift in the air and move around. People you see scared and are starting to run and running to the blades. The sword itself seems to right itself in one of the direction. It looks like it's going for them. The knife is now starting to make its way towards one of the nearby people. It looks like these are not just enchanted objects. They are currently looking to make a mess. What do you do? Ormond.
In any sort of conflict, first things first, I look straight to Orem. And I go, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like those pointy things are pointing at those people, right?
Yeah. Doesn't change where we are.
Alright. And, I'm gonna sprint, toward that sort of, long sword headed for that poor guy with the bag. I'm gonna make half the distance, though. I'm just gonna half the distance, and, while I'm running, I'm going to, on my hip, I've got a hand axe, and I'm going to unclip it from my hip, and I am going to attempt to throw it at the sword that is going for the guy in an attempt to
Go
convert
for
it.
So you go ahead and throw the axe. Roll an attack.
19.
Ella?
Plus 5.
Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll.
Dorian's at the table with us, you guys.
By the way, these are the dice you gave me. So, I don't want to give you all the credit, but, 7.
7 points of damage?
Yeah.
Alright, so as the axe hits the sword, you watch as they both impact, and it seems to, like, hit the ground for a second. You're like, oh, you took it out. And it rises, and then seems to, like, the metal itself vibrates in your direction as it's getting ready to reassess its direction.
Oh, no.
That's your turn?
That's it. I'm frozen. That's it.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
Finishing Dorian's go, or on the up, or on your own deck.
Okay, the boots on my feet sort of tighten around, the leather straps tighten on his feet, and I get a running start, run about 10 feet, and then spring into the air, flipping over the sword. I can make it 10 feet into the air. And Orm is going to thrust down, swing the sword down, and knock it towards the ground if he can, and use a goading attack.
Go for it.
That is a wisdom save for the sword.
Striking down as you feel the gravity pull you to the floor.
That's terrible. So I'm going to use an action surge. Attack again. So I take 2 swings. 1 second. Connects. I rolled a 19. So DC 14.
DC 14.
Wisdom.
Oh, that's
Okay, so if that thing tries to attack anyone else but me, it's going to be at disadvantage, and it takes. So it just takes 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Got it. As you strike down on top of it, it once again clatters to the ground. And you feel like you hit the floor. It's kind of hitting into the stone. You feel fighting. It's weird. You never had a weapon fight on its own against you until eventually it slides off when your blade rights itself. You can see it's looking a bit scuffed. And it's looking a bit damaged, but it is still intent on massacring whatever's in it.
Well, that's new. Just wait for the next thing.
All right, finishing that, Fern, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to take my thorn whip off of my hip, and I'm going to look over at this rug and just try to snap my whip around it.
Go for it. All right, go ahead and roll through your phone.
Okay. 14.
14 does hit.
Nope. 13.
13 does hit.
Okay. Let's just teetsies. 4.
4?
Yes.
All right.
Am I able to hold on to it and keep it from...
So this is the thorn cantrip you're doing?
Yes.
Well, it's cantrip, which is what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and it is large or small. You can pull it 10 feet closer to you. So yeah, it's brought a little bit closer to you. It's not grappled and eventually fights its way off the whip, but it now is pulled in towards where you're standing.
Okay.
All right, that's your action.
That's my action. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
And I'm just going to hold on to it.
Okay, you got it. Just use your girlfriend.
Yes.
All the people are now going to start fleeing, running off to the side. Everyone starts screaming, charging out of the way, getting off the road as best they can, and running and fleeing. This cart runs charging off the side as these silverbs that are pulling it, and yelling, "It's flee off the board! Off the board! It's running! Running away! Running away! Fleeing this way!" This guy's going to run that direction. This guy's going this way, here. This way to escape, and this individual's going to run on inside of the inn and vanish.
They all dress like they can handle some shit, but when it really comes down, they're all it's just cosplayers. It's just
They have conventions and resorts.
Hammersmith PVC practice.
Indeed. Finishing their go, Fresca Grass. You are up with the Imager on deck.
The item in front of us is what?
In front of you is a broom. It's just like,
I feel like Ashton got this. So I will turn to Ashton and sort of focus my eyes on him and just say, "Believe in yourself." And I will do sympathetic binding.
oh, we're going there. All right, so divinity, success line.
Yes, and I guess as my bonus action, I could do the feature of that, but instead, can I cast a spell as a bonus action? Okay, I'll do Shield of Faith, or as I call it, Shield of Health. So, Ashton, you, in addition to being just a fucking badass, you now have a +2 to AC.
Ooh.
That's great. And then I will, just to get out of the way, I'll use my movement to take off my right hand and just start to put on. I have a saw blade attachment that I'm going to start screwing into my right hand, hand socket.
Oh, you don't. Yeah. Oh my god.
This is not.
I'd accidentally snapped it. But that's okay.
Is that mine?
Yep.
Amazing.
That's okay. The cash is the
It's all
No, that's a sign.
That's okay. I'll take that. There it is. We'll get some people over here in the intro. So where are you going?
I'm not gonna move. I'm just gonna attach it to my saw blade arm and maybe just tuck behind the box.
Behind the box over here? Yeah. There you go. There you go. That's my fault for going too. Alright, that finishes your go. Imogen, you're up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I want to try using catapult and focusing my energy on the. Is that a dagger spinning around? What do we got here? We got
That is a dagger right now. Well, some sort of looks like a kitchen knife. Spinning in the air on its own for a second.
Okay. Can I try to use catapult on that object? Because I can use it on objects, but I don't know about.
These are technically animated, so
It wouldn't work. Okay. Then in that case, I'm gonna cast this at second level, so I can pick up something that's 10 pounds. Would I be able to pick up that box that robot thing just hid behind?
I would say that box, the contents of that one is too heavy, but this one here that's been partially broken will be about this.
Sure. I'm gonna pick that up and throw it towards the rug that just moved.
Over there?
Yeah.
You gotta go ahead and roll for the
This whole fight is brought to you by West Elm.
So this is a great barrel test.
I'll make an attack roll.
Oh.
You make a save.
Save? Okay.
Yes.
That would be dexterity.
Dexterity.
12.
Yes. So it works. So, yeah, it takes 3d8 bludgeoning. Oh, wait. 4d8 bludgeoning because I cast it a second level.
Nice.
Ooh, lots of dice.
9, 11, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Look, the rug is currently like wrapped in the thorn whip and being pulled over towards this strange fawn character over there who's smiling oddly with the whole experience. As you lift up, kind of concentrating your mind on this box chunk, it lifts and then rockets with incredible speed. You watch as the rug seems to push like something had punched almost through to the other side. It comes inches from your face before pummeling back down the backside. And the rug, you can see some of the threads are like torn gray.
I think that's yeah, I'm gonna see where I am.
Okay, we got it. Alright. Is now the rug is good. The rug is gonna go ahead and
The rug is more dexterous than me.
the rug is now going to attempt to smother. That's an 18 to hit. Is that anything? Alright. So you watch as the rug now whips up around and begins to surround you and tighten and pull and crush you. You can see, not even certain if you can even breathe, but everything goes dark as you feel your body now completely held against itself. So you are grappled. Everybody stab it. You are restrained. You are blinded.
Okay.
All right. So stay.
He sets it on fire. And then, oh, yeah, I think he's gonna throw it a lighter than
Alrighty. That finishes its go. It is now. Let's see.
You mentioned your chips on postal, and I turn into a form of dread. I start to transform, and my bone starts to crick and crack, and you see Ulana starts to extend even lengthier than she was, even more spindly. Her fingers start to stretch and drip. as a dark veil comes over her face, and black tears start coming out of her eyes. And
the fleeing folks that are heading this way run past you and scream even louder and run even faster.
don't worry, I've got you. I start echoing cacophony of whispers and cast Bane on. I'm gonna go for Bane on the rug. Bane on the kitchen knife. It lets you Bane on the sword. All things that feel more deadly.
Rough fail. Work. Fail. And which one? The knife? Does see that pink?
I just reached down and pet the back of her creepy head.
But those two, you can watch as the parts of them that are frayed and damaged begin to almost unravel or begin to crack and break on their own as the magic siphon away some of the enchantment that holds them on. Does that finish your turn? You say 30 or move? Alright. That brings us to the
Table's gonna do something.
The table's, you're right there. The table's going to go ahead and back up. And slam into you. Oh, it's going to move. It's going to. Actually, you know what? You can do that. That's tables. Yeah. You can have opportunity on it as it backs away from you.
I believe, sure, absolutely. So I'm looking at the sword spinning in front of me, hear the and just pivot and swing down. Stab. That is a. All my things do 13.
13 misses. You swing wide and it hits the wood, but it just hits wood. It's like a little scrape through it.